Hello everyone. Today we are going to introduce you one of the earliest play of William Shakespeare, The Comedy of Errors. This is his shortest and one of his most factual comedies, with major part of humor coming from slapstick and mistaken identity in addition to pumps and wordplay. Our group members are Stephen, Karen, Wendy, Owen, and Snow. And first, I'm going to introduce you the historical context of The Comedy of Errors. On the Feast of the Holy Innocents in 1594, a comedy of errors was played by the players as part of Christmas celebrations held in the Heath London Squares Inn. London Squares Inn at that time was one of London's most prestigious inns of court, a center for the study and practice of law. The events of the night are recorded in the book and give us the earliest record of performance of Shakespeare's play.
It's a modernish adaptation of Menechmi by Plautus, as William Warner's translation of the classical drama was entered into the Register of the Stationers' Company on 10 June 1594, published in 1595, and dedicated to the Lord Hampden, the patron of the Lord Chamberlain's men. It has been supposed that Shakespeare might have seen the translation in the manuscript before it was printed, though it is equally possible that he knew the play in the original Latin, as Plautus was part of the curriculum of grammar school students. The play contains a topical reference to the Wars of Succession in France, which could be dated from 1589 to 1595. Charles Wordsworth argues that the Comedy of Errors was written in the late part of 1594 on the basis of historical records and textual similarities with other plays Shakespeare wrote around this time. The play was not published until it appeared in the first folio in 1623.
Scene.
Love, friendship, marriage.
The protagonists are mostly young men and women with humanistic wisdom and virtue, so they are struggle for freedom and happiness. They race and to the progress. The beautiful new people and new style at the same time gently expose and ridiculous the decay and unlikeness of the old things.
Main characters: Antipholus of Ephesus and Antipholus of Syracuse are twin brothers. Antipholus of Ephesus is the twin brother who lives in Ephesus and the person who married with Adriana. Antipholus of Syracuse is the twin brother who lives in Syracuse. Dromio of Ephesus is the servant of Antipholus of Ephesus, and Dromio of Syracuse is the servant of Antipholus of Syracuse. Egon is the father of the twins and also a merchant from Syracuse. Solinus is the Duke of Ephesus. Adriana is the person who married with Antipholus of Ephesus, and also the person who messed up her husband and his twin brother. She lets her husband's twin brother get into the house and lock her husband outside. And Egon is Adriana's father-in-law. Luciana is Adriana's sister and also the person who fall in love with Antipholus of Syracuse later. Curtian is the person who Antipholus of Syracuse fall in love with. Angelo is the person who Antipholus of Ephesus asked to make the gold necklace for his wife.
That in the Greek city of Ephesus, the comedy of errors tells the story of two sacerdotal twins who were accidentally separated at birth. Antipholus of Syracuse and his servant Dromio of Syracuse arrive in Ephesus, which turns out to be the home of their twin brothers, Antipholus of Ephesus and his servant Dromio of Ephesus. When the Syracusans encounter the friends and families of their twins, a series of wild mishaps based on mistaken identities lead to wrongful bettings, a near seduction, the arrest of Antipholus of Ephesus, and false accusations of infidelity, theft, madness, and demonic possession. Ocean 6. Another job who, falling there to find his fellow for fencing, inquisitive, confounds himself. Act E. Scene 2 lines 35-38 Antipholus examines his lost state during his quest to find his twin brother and mother. He is in a strange place, away from family and homeland, where no one recognizes him. They say this town is full of cousins as limbo jugglers that deprive the high, dark working, sorcerers that change the mind, soul killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, ratting mountebanks, and many such, like liver is of sin. Act 1 Scene 2 Lines 97-102 Antipholus as voices his fears and prejudices about Ephesus, which he sees as a place full of liars, cheats, charlatans, and even sorcerers with the power to deform their victims' bodies. Why should their liberty, the yours, be more? Luciana, because their business still lies out the door. Adriana, look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill. Luciana, oh, no, he is the bridle of your will. Adriana, there's none but, as his will, be bridled so. Luciana, why, headstrong liberties, lashed with woe. Act 2 Scene 1 Lines 10-15 Adriana and her sister Luciana debate whether it is right that men have more freedom than women. Yeah, though that cause no mankind made to grieve thee with a clean, helpless patience. Would you leave me at Scene 1 Lines 38-9 Adriana tells Luciana that she is only able to console exercising patience with Antipholus' frequent absence from home because she has no such annoying husband. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, from the self-identity of the other. I am an us, I am a woman's man, and besides myself. Act 3 Scene 2 Line 76 Romeo has doubts about his own identity after being mistaken for his twin brother. He is being claimed by a woman whom he does
After we
not.
review and introduce the comedy of error, we want you guys to do the following questions. The first one is, why does the same Antipholus seem so confident to abandon his brother to go looking for his mother and brother? The second question is, how does this play differ from Shakespeare's other comedies?